You get the stage, right? You get
Oh man.
make people that. Hey, so somebody said in the chat. Can you see the chat on your right hand side?
Yeah, let me go ahead and bring it up. Let's see.
Oh, no, because somebody asked, "Do you pick up girls the same way you announce fights?"
Put it this way, it doesn't hurt. I'll tell you that right now. It doesn't hurt. You know what I mean?
Oh man, we got a call coming in. Hey, what's up? You got a question? What's up?
Oh, there you go. Oh man, I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry about that. How you feeling, young Ray?
How you feel?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, you too, young Fred. Hey, Ray, who are some of your favorite fighters outside of the ring and why?
Outside of the ring, you know what? To be honest, after my latest interaction with them, I love the Charlo brothers, and it's crazy when when I hear like, oh, well, the Charlers are difficult or whatever. The Charlers are some of the nicest people that you will meet on the planet if you're real with them. Like the thing is, I have been with them and have known them since probably 2013, 2014. If you're real with them and you treat them with respect, they're going to open up to you and they're going to, they're just wonderful people. I mean, they've been great to me, so I don't have a bad word to say about them. Anytime I see them, I always, before COVID, is always shake their hand, see what's going on and stuff. Deontay Wilder's another guy. Last year, when I was in after Pacquiao and Thurman, I'm walking through the casino on the Sunday because I flew home on Monday, wanted to enjoy myself in Vegas. And I see Deontay walking through the casino. He was coming back. I'm like, Deontay, what happened to you? He's coming back with the suitcase. He's like, oh, my flight to Hawaii got, delayed and stuff like that. So I'm going to stay here another night. I see him. This is the heavyweight champion of the world, mind you. And him and I are talking for like 10 or 15 minutes. The girl I was with at the time, I introduced her to the champ and this and that. And him and I mean, he's just treating me like a normal dude and stuff. So Deontay Wilder is there. Sean Porter is another guy who I think is a wonderful ambassador for the sport of boxing. I think he does just a great job of really carrying himself with such class and doing a marvelous job. I mean, so those are the three names that, at least on the top of my head, stand out to me as of this point.
That's pretty good. Who do you think is the best father-son combination in boxing?
Oh, man, the best father-son combination. I mean, look, Danny and Angel, because of the fact that, multiple-time world champion, what Leo Santa Cruz was able to do with his father, because we saw what happened with Leo when his father wasn't doing well and when he wasn't a part of the full training camp in the first Frampton fight. So Leo and his dad have this chemistry, and they really just click so well with each other. And I like Leo's dad so much because Leo's dad is straight up. He's an OG. He comes in no matter where he goes with the cowboy hat, the boots. He's got the chains on. He's got the real nice shirt. It doesn't matter. The gym could be 100 and some degrees in there. It doesn't matter. He comes the same way. This dude is timeless. So the Santa Cruzes and I think, the Garcias and just right underneath them is Kenny Porter and Sean Porter. The only reason why I'm putting Danny ahead of Sean and his dad is because Sean hasn't been a world champion in multiple divisions. Danny has. So to my knowledge, I believe, right, Fred? Or he's a two-division world champion.
No, he's only been at 47.
Oh, four. Okay. All right. So
you're right.
I mean, I from a longevity standpoint, like Danny's been a world champion since 2012. So it's like the Santa Cruzes, the Garcias, and the Porters, they're right there.
Got it. Two more quick questions before I go. Yeah. What is your personal criteria for pound, and who do you have as your 3 pound-for-pound guys right now?
I mean, just off the top of my head, I mean, that's more for pound for pound or more like from a writer standpoint. And like, I'm a broadcaster and host and stuff, but just thinking off the top of my head, I got to say Canelo Alvarez. You got to go with Lomachenko. And then I put, Errol Spence there at number 3 over Terrence Crawford because Errol Spence holds 2 belts. I think Errol Spence's resume is better than Terrence Crawford. So those are the 3 names: Canelo, I think, Lomachenko, and then Errol Spence. And then top 10 right now, I think Jermell Charlo needs to absolutely be in the top 10 pound-for-pound list right now. That needs to happen because of what he was able to do on Saturday.
Wow, you are you speaking some truth. And my last question is, what would DB do?
What would what?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I figured. Thanks, Ray, man. Really,
hey, that's his hashtag on the show, man.
Like,
that's his hashtag.
Got it. Hey, thanks for coming out, Ray. Appreciate you.
Oh,
of course. Thanks, DB.
You got 10 more minutes? You got 10 more minutes?
Of course, I got 10 minutes for you.
Okay, good. All right, let's get these two last B-mins. They've been waiting for a minute. Hey, what's up, man?
My nigga, this shit.
Oh, put your phone on mute. Okay. Go.
My phone on mute.
No, I was talking to TB. TB, when you call in, he's from Chicago and he's been a big fan of yours for some time. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Ray, how you doing, man?
What's up, TB? How are you, man?
Good. I glad you was able to come in the barbershop tonight, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate Fred for the invitation.
Thank you, brother.
Most definitely. One of the things you said, I got to disagree with you.
Okay.
You know, it is you were saying that fighters are wanting to fight the best. I don't see that with today's generation of fighters. You have mentioned this whole stigma with losing, and what I'm saying is fighters are afraid to lose. You know, when a loss means nothing. You know, you've had back in the day, you know, pound for pound, the best boxer in the world, Sugar Ray Robinson. You know, he's got losses. You mentioned Ali, the greatest. Yeah. He's got losses. You know, I'm saying what's happening with these fighters today. The reason why we aren't getting, you know, the fights that the fans want to see, you know, is because fighters are afraid to lose. I don't know where this came from. I don't know if this branch from Floyd with the undefeated record type deal. I don't know where this came from, but I'm not saying that, man. I'm not saying the best wanting to fight the best.
I see the best wanting to fight the best because I look at the divisions like 54, right? And these guys, these guys, top 10, all these guys want to fight each other and want to, you know, tear each other apart. I'm looking at 47. Errol Spence coming off of that car accident, and they offered him a tune-up fight. Why? Because he told me. He goes, they offered me a tune-up fight, but I said, you know what? Give me my mandatory. Give me Danny Garcia. I want to fight Danny Garcia. After Danny Garcia, I want to fight Terrence Crawford, or if Crawford's out there, whatever. Like, I want to fight the best. He wants to fight Pacquiao. He wants to fight Terrence Crawford. Caleb Plant has been calling out, and he wants David Benavidez. When David Benavidez held that belt before he lost it on the scale, Plant was saying, I want Benavidez. Caleb Plant's been calling out David Benavidez for years. Benavidez said, yeah, the fight with Caleb Plant's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And then him missing weight, et cetera, et cetera. Jamar Charler wants to fight Canelo Alvarez. I think the problem, TB, in this day and age is that there are more promoters and there are more networks involved. So much like the UFC, back in the day, you had promoters that weren't as big on the scale from a money standpoint. So they were willing to put in their guys with whoever it was to make the fight happen, and not as many networks were involved. So if boxing was like the UFC, it'd be easy to make these fights happen. But now you have television contracts and promoters and networks. The fighters want to fight each other. And at least where I am at on the side of the street, quote unquote, all these guys want to fight the best. Like Leo Santa Cruz is fighting Gervonta Davis in less than a month. You know, the Charlos, when Derevyanchenko and Rosario's name came up, they said, yeah, let's do it. So that's why I think that we're starting to see the best fighting the best. That's why I think boxing is the healthiest that it's been in a long time. And I commend them for that. But to your point, I think that people looked up to Floyd Mayweather. And I always say this, there's only one Floyd Mayweather. I mean, he did unbelievable. But now... And I think fighters that have undefeated record, those that you say might be a little worried about losing their undefeated record, I'm trying to change that narrative of if you lose, then you're written off. That's why I've been so adamant, Fred, and you've been with me, Fred, since Deontay Wilder lost, as to say, guys, it's okay for the heavyweight champion of the world after being dominant for 5 years to lose one fight. I am on a crusade to change that mentality so that it can be accepted to lose. because many times, just not only in fighting but in life, you learn more from your losses than what you do your victories. So I see a lot of young, hungry lions want to fight each other, and that gets me excited because the big fights are going to happen. They're happening right now in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, but greater fights will happen once fans come back.
Yeah, well, I hope you're right, man. You know, I mean, Charlo and Canelo. That should have happened. That fight should have been happened. You know, and Canelo backed out of that. You know, that fight should have been happened. You know, one thing you can say about Dana White is that he puts the fights together that fans want to see. You know, and it's just from other fighters, you know, shit talking, and next thing you know, the fight happens.
Yeah, but also they don't really get to dictate. They don't have much power when it comes to negotiation as to what they can make. Fighters have a lot more power from a boxing standpoint. There are a lot more people that are involved in the decision-making process.
Right, I get that. My point is that, you know, the fights in MMA seem to happen more so often than the fights in boxing, as far as the fans, you know, wanting to see certain fights. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're going to see some great fights towards the end of the year, and next year is going to be special. I'm telling you. Because the Cold War is over. The Cold War is over. Everyone's getting along. We're all singing Kumbaya together. We're all having fun together. Wilder Fury #2 was a party. I'm telling you. I mean, the result wasn't what I was hoping for, but I mean, up until that point, we were all having a wonderful time with each other.
Right. Okay. Well, let's hope this happens, man. Like you're saying. But, you know, I definitely appreciate you coming to the barbershop tonight.
No problem, TB.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Yeah. Now this is TV coming in.
My bad, sorry.
That was Aaron. That was my buzz. TV is coming right. He's from Chicago. Dre's finest. What's up, Fred? DB from the DMV. Holla at your boy. What's up?
Yeah, what it do?